So in this lesson, we are going to focus on understanding the file tab in Microsoft Word. Uh, Welcome to today's lesson. The file tab is one of the most important parts of the Microsoft Word because it allows users to create, to save, to open, print, share, and manage documents. Understanding how to use the file tab effectively helps to improve productivity and prevents loss of important work. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the components of the file tab, to explain the function of each component, and perform common file management tasks in Microsoft Word. So to begin, the file tab is located at the top left corner of the Microsoft Word window. So when clicked, it opens the back view stage, a special area where users manage documents rather than edit them. So you can think of the Microsoft File tab as the control center for your documents. The functions of the File tab include creating documents, opening documents, saving work, printing documents, sharing files, managing account settings. So to begin with, we start with the home tab. So in the home tab, you can be able to access information about the current document you are working on. Uh, you can be able to create a blank document, access various templates that are on the Microsoft Word. When you click on more templates, it takes you to template section where you are able to search for the template you want to work on, or to even look at the available over hundreds of templates that are available here so that you can be able to customize them. Next, under the home tab also, you can be able to access the recent file that you have created, or you are working on, or that were created using the Microsoft Word application on your computer, or that you had initially opened with your computer. You can also access the favorite file that you had marked as favorite. You can also access those files that were shared with you. Maybe if you are working on collaboratively on a certain document, then somebody or a team member send you a document that that you are supposed to work on. Then it will when you click on shared with me, you'll be able to see those documents that were shared with you. So that is information that is available on the home tab. Under the home tab, you can also come and open more documents. When you click on the open on the more documents link, you can also recover and save the document that you had worked on initially, but you had not saved. They were saved, so you can be able to come and access them, or to recover them. So that is the home tab. Next, we are looking at the information tab. So the information tab is almost where almost everything is uh, under the file tab. So under here, you can be able to access the properties of the file that you are working on, its size, the number of pages, the words, number of words, the total time taken when editing the document, the title of the document you are working on, whether there are tags that have been input, whether there are comments that have been put on the document you are working on. You can also check the date when the document was last modified, when the document was created, when the document was last printed. You can also check the author or authors of the document you are working on. You can also check the last person or last account that edited or modified the document. Under the information tab, you can also share the document. Maybe you need to work on it collaboratively with another person. You can be able to share the document so that you are able to do editing or modification of the document in real time when you click on share. So the copy path and copy local path is where you can be able to copy the where the file location is, for you to be able to send it to someone or save it elsewhere. When you come to open file location, it takes you to where the document you are working on is saved. That is where the location of the file you are working on is located. Then there are these three or four functional tabs that are here. The first one is document protection. So protect document helps you to restrict editing, to add passwords, and mark documents as final. You can also add a digital signature and always mark the document as a read-only document. Then next we are looking at the inspect document, which enables you to check for hidden comments, personal information, and metadata of the document you are working on. For the manage document, it allows it recovers unsaved files. It enables you to view document versions, uh, those two functions. And then under the version history, that is where you can be able to access the various versions of the document that you are working on. Maybe you started working on a document in 2024 and you need to see the various stages which you are editing the document. So you'll be able to see in 2025 October whatever you can be able to restore the previous versions of the various versions of the document that you are working on. So maybe you messed up in your work today, so you need to recover the version that you had saved earlier in April. So you can go back to the version that you saved in April, access it and restore, use it or share it to somebody who needs that version of information or document that he or she needs. So that is all under the info tab. Next, we are going to the new tab. So the new tab, one clicked, you can be able to, from here, you can be able to create a blank document. You can also be able to see the various templates that you had initially created or initially worked on using the Microsoft Word application. You can also be able to access new templates that we had initially looked at on the home tab. So here you are able to access hundreds of templates. You can also be able to use the search bar on the template section to search for the template you want to work on. Maybe you want to work on a report, you can come under the search bar, search for report, then click OK. It shows you the thousands of online templates that are available for customization. So when you are connected on the internet, you can be able to access the online templates. So it will take some time for this case here. So you can be able to see that it has searched for the online templates that are available. So maybe I want to work on a report, a certain report. So when I search on report, it shows me various templates that I can be able to customize. Maybe I want a report that looks whose cover page looks like this. I'll be able to go for it. Whose cover page looks like this. I want to insert my own picture and I see that this template is good for that picture. I'll go select the template, then I'll customize it for my own purpose. So let us go back. So the new actually is used to create documents. Users can create a blank document or use pre-designed templates. So the examples of templates that are available include the business the templates, the cards templates, the flyers, letters, education, resumes and cover letters, holiday templates, and so on and so on. So this one is used especially when you want to create a new document, or you can use pre-designed templates or create a blank document. So whenever you are working on a document synchronously, maybe you want to open two documents at the same time so that you can able to check with this version and the other version, or you want to check this document and compare it with the other one, then you can be able to come under the file tab, go to new, file tab, go to new, and then you can open a blank document, or you can start creating using a pre-designed template in Microsoft Word. These templates just helps you to save time and improve document appearance. Then next we are looking at the open tab. So when you click on the open tab, the open command allows you to access existing documents. Sources of the documents might include this PC, OneDrive, recent documents that you can be able to see here at the center. You can also browse the location of the file that you want to open, or the location of the file you want to work on. So you go to the brown option and look at those documents that are available in your PC. You can also look at the documents that have been shared with you. So here it is on the recent. When I come to shared with me, it will be able to show me the recent files, those files that have been shared with me. When I come to the OneDrive, I'll be able to see those files that have been saved on the OneDrive that maybe I want to open or I want to work on. You can also come and look at the document that are available on this PC, so that I can be able to look at to search for the folder, access it, access the documents within the folder, and so on and so on. You can also be able to add a place, for example, the work zone. You can also use you can add a place such as the OneDrive personal or OneDrive school when you are using a school or work account, or when you want to access a file that has been saved on a personal account. So that is available on the Open. So the Open tab enables quick retrieval of saved files. Next, we are looking on is the Save and Save As functions. So the Save command stores changes made to a document. So so this one here, I've already saved it. Maybe if I go to create new, then I go to blank document. So it automatically opens a blank document. For this case here, let me access the backstage view. So when I access the backstage view, you can be able to see that the save and save as functions are appearing on the left pane, where I am able to I'm able to save the document. So when I click, this is a new document. So when I click on save, it automatically takes me to save as, because I've not initially given the document a title or a name. So I need to give the document a title first. When I give it a document, and when I give it a title, next time I come to I need to save the changes. Then I'll come to the file tab, go to save. Then the changes that I've made to the document are able to be saved automatically. So for you, you can use the keyboard shortcut Control plus S. That is CTRL plus S. We are using the Microsoft. We are using Windows. So that is the save and save as. So save as enables you to name a file for the first time after creating the document. And the save enables you to make changes to the document that you had initially given a title or given a name that or you had initially named. So when you need to save a file for the first time, use the save as function. You can also use the save as function to create a copy of the same document. So if you are working on a document, you need to differentiate it from an earlier version. You can use save as, so that it is able to save the latest version that you have created using another file name. Then you can also be able to change the file location using the save as function, and you can save in a different format. Maybe it was in ODT format, that is extension. You need to save it with a different extension. So you'll come, enter the name of the file or the title of the file, and then you can be able to access the various extensions that are available. You can save as PDF, you can save as XPS, you can save as a web page, you can save as a plain text, you can save as Word 2003, you can save as open document format, and so on and so on. So all these are available under the save and the save as function. So remember, there is a difference between save and save as. The save updates the existing file, while the save as creates a new version. Then next, we are looking at the export function or export option that is available. So the export option available enables you to change the format of the file or the format of the document that you are currently working on. So you can come select change file tab where you are able to change it from maybe the extension. The extension will see that most documents have the extension docx, others have doc, others have odt, especially those ones created using LibreOffice and open office apache. They normally have the ODT extension. But if you are using Microsoft Word, there are also earlier versions of 97 2003 and other versions which you can be able to come change the extension using change file type. Where you are able to change the extension that is used to save the file you are working or the document you are working on. You can also be able to come and create a PDF or XPS document. You are working on a document, you need to convert it into you need to convert from Word to PDF. Then you can use the Microsoft Word file tab, then go to export, then create PDF. Immediately you come and select create PDF, then it create take you to the file explorer where you are able to save the file to a specific location on your PC. So for this case here, I don't want to save it or to export it into PDF because I've not created it. It is a blank document. There is nothing I've added to it. Then the close option enables you to close the file that you are currently working on. So if you go to close and select close, then you will be able to close. So then next we are looking at the account setting. So the account setting uh, enables you to it contains information about Microsoft account, the product activation, connected services, Office themes, and updates when available. This section helps manage Word subscriptions and settings. Maybe your license has just expired, so you need to buy a new license or to get a new activation code from Microsoft. So come to the file tab. Under the file tab, go to account. You go to update license or switch license. Maybe you want to switch it to another license. For example, I'm using Microsoft 365 Office. I want to switch to Office 2024, or I want to switch to Office 2021, 2016, 2019. I can come and go to switch license. Then I'm able to switch the license to the one that I prefer. You can get updates by selecting update options. You are able to update the Office applications when updates have been configured. You can also come to customize the background, manage other settings, manage the connected services such as the cloud storage that have been connected to the document you are currently working on or to your account. Then lastly, and most importantly also, we are looking at the options. We are looking at the option or the options tab. So the options menu opens the word options dialog box. So this is the dialog box that is opening up. Settings. So under the options include general settings, which are user interface preferences. Then we have proofing, which are spelling and grammar settings. We have save, we have language, we have accessibility, where accessibility which enables you to access tools that support users with the disabilities, and so many others. You can be able to even customize the quick access toolbar that appears after selecting a document. You can also check at add-ins available. Make add I mean, you can even add the languages. Maybe you need to work on a text in Arabic, so you need to change the language from English United States or English United Kingdom to Arabic, or you need to change it into English Kenya or English Nigeria when you're working on a specific uh,
language.
So the next thing we're looking at is the print function or the print option in Microsoft Word. So when you click on print, it automatically opens up this window that is appearing here, where you are able to select the type of printer you want to use. Maybe you want to print into hard copy, so we'll come here, select the type of printer or add a printer that is within your environment. So when you click on add printer, then it automatically goes to look for printers that are connected to the computer, so that you can be able to print hard copy of the material you are having. Then next, you are also able to access the various settings that are able to uh, the various settings that are available under print. So here you can be able to custom the number of pages you want to print, or you can be able to print all pages. So when you only want to create to print pages, specific pages or from a large document, for example, this document of mine is 52 of 184 pages. So I need to only print 40 pages 45 to 49. So what will I do? I'll come under here. So this one is automatically selected. I'll come to this blank bar that is appearing here. So and type in 45-49. So when I click print, it will automatically print only pages 45 to 49, and the rest of the pages will not be printed. Then next, I can also decide the number of pages, the number of copies that I want to produce. So you come under copies here. You see, this one is only one. So when you need to produce more than one copy, you can come increase the number of copies or type in the number of copies. Maybe I want this document. I want to produce it for 100 students. So I'll come type in 100, so it will be able to produce 100 of such. Of the document, 100 copies of that one document that I've instructed it to work on or to print. So next, the page range. So this is the page range. This is the page ranges section where I typed in 45 to 49, so that I'm able to only produce the range of pages that I want it to produce. Then you can also decide to here you can decide to do a duplex printing or print one side, or manually print on both sides, where you are able to insert the sheets into the printer, and then you do maybe even printing first before you go to odd printing, or odd printing before you go to even printing, and that one is requires some set of skill. Then collation here, this one enables you to print multiple copies. So there is the collection that is currently selected is the collated. So the collated enables you to print. If you are working on producing more copies of the same document, then the collated enables you to produce copies the way they follow each other. That is, if you are working on a document that contains 3 pages as shown, then you are then the printer will produce page 1, 2, 3. I'm working on a document 3 pages. I want to produce 3 copies of the 3 pages. So when I select collated, that means the printer will print page 1, 2, 3, followed by page 1, 2, 3, followed by page 1, 2, 3. That means it is now the 3 copies that I want to produce are now over. So it has produced the number of pages in sequence without leaving any other page behind. Then when you select on uncollated, it's going to print. Maybe you are working on producing 3 pages. So if you are working on 3 copies, I mean. So if you are working on producing 3 copies on a printer, you come to uncollated, then you select uncollated. So uncollated helps you to print. If you are working on 3 pages, 3 copies, it will print page one followed by page 1 followed by page 1. So those are 3 copies. Then it will go also produce page 2, page 2, page 2 thrice, then produce 3 copies of page 3. So that is the difference between in collation between the collated and uncollated. So uncollated helps you to produce uh, not in that sequence of the document, but in sequence of the number of copies that you are working on. So it will produce pages 1 first, before it goes to pages 2, before it goes to pages 3, making sure that it will produce the required amount of copies that have been selected. Then you can also change the orientation of the page. So maybe you want to change the orientation of the page, the orientation of the sheet. So when you print, the orientation will automatically change whenever you come to change the orientation here. Here it's selected under portrait orientation. You can come change to landscape, where it is able to print in landscape format instead of the portrait format. Then you can also change the size of the document or of the sheet. Maybe this one here is selected as letter, so you can come change the size to tabloid, to legal, to statement. You can also see the measurements of each and every size. You can also come to custom margins. You can decide to change the margins to narrow, moderate, and other available margins that are available. You can also decide to print the pages, the number of pages onto one sheet, and you can see here you can be able to produce 16 pages of the document you are working on into one sheet. You can also be able to produce 8 pages on one sheet. You can also be able to produce 6 pages on one sheet, 4 pages, 2 pages, and 1 page. So here it is selected 1 page. That's why the preview, where you see it is only showing 1 page. So when I select 4 pages per sheet, and then I change the orientation to landscape. So let me try that and see the preview, how the preview to appear. So the preview, this window here, enables you to see or to preview the document before it is finally printed. So whenever you make any changes here on the print functions, so make sure you are able to see how the document will actually appear on the sheet that will be produced. So all those settings are available under the print, where you can able to customize each one of them for. So let's do a recap of the information that we have so far learned under the file tab. So I've said to access the file tab is the uppermost, you access it on the uppermost left part of the Microsoft window. You are able to access various menus available, such as the home menu, the new menu, open, share, information, save a copy, print, export, close. You are able to access account settings. You are able to access options or make options to that control the appearance of the text, or the appearance of the designs you are creating using Microsoft Word. So you can do a quick demonstration or using the file tab on your computer. Maybe for those ones who are using a phone, you can try it with the M365 Copilot web application. So that is available on office.com. You can also search for microsoft.word.com or word.microsoft, something of the sort, where you are able to, you can review our previous class to look at how you can be able to access the web-based application, so that you can be able to use it to look at the file tab and use the various menus that are available on the file tab. So the file tab is an essential feature of Microsoft Word, and it allows users to create, save, manage, share, print, and secure documents efficiently. Mastering the file tab improves productivity and ensures proper document management. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in our next lesson.